Yes, sir.
Terry, would you consider the following two policy options? As an old supply side economist type myself, I would be one of those strongly favoring a voucher system for the educational, putting in place for money going with the students wherever they would want to go. And would you consider that, number one? And number two, would you consider directing your education department to adopt a Judy Hintz style educational regimen in these schools at some level to take the place of some of the politically correct stuff that goes on there now?
Well, first of all, with the voucher thing, I want you to know I was the sponsor of open enrollment originally, which says that the property tax follows the kid, so that if you wanted to send your kid to, if you weren't satisfied with the quality of education in your school, you could send them to another school and the property tax would follow. So I support that kind of a concept. I think there needs to be choice. I've sent my kids to Catholic school because I wanted them to get the religious education. We also have a program now, it's called STO, where people can get a tax deduction for contributing and help, and then contribute to these, what they call it, student tuition organization, where to help kids with financial need be able to have the choice to go to another school if they want to. We have a new director of education. His name is Jason Glass. I chose him because he's a reformer, and we're looking at trying to dramatically change the way education works in this state. We think we need to do a lot better job of preparing teachers. We need to make sure that we're limited. Frankly, we've got to make it harder to get into colleges of education, and then we need to make sure that they have the content knowledge if they're going to be teaching. And then we also, part of what you're talking about, Judy Hintz does, is kind of remedial work to help kids that are not keeping up in reading. And if you can get them up to speed in reading, they're likely, reading and math are the two most important, but if they can get up to speed in reading by the time they're in third grade, they're likely to do well. And so that's the direction we're trying to move things. There's several other things. We want to change the whole way we compensate teachers, the way we promote teachers. We want to make it easier to get rid of bad teachers. We also want to be able to integrate technology and other innovative ways to motivate kids to learn. Right now we have different kids learn at different rates, and we need to make sure that teachers are prepared to deal with the different learning styles of kids. So we're doing the best we can to motivate them all to achieve the highest level possible.
Well, that's a good thing, because it's rather embarrassing to see how far Iowa slipped from back in the day when you and I were in school.
We went from being number one to being middle of the pack. That's not acceptable. That's, we got to take our head out of the sand and get serious about changing it.
And part of that is raising the rigor of the classes too, and then putting in place matching assessments that teachers can use to understand where they need to change, how they're working. So they need to be assessments that can help them identify where they need to change their teaching that. But, we brought
education
down
summit was all about changing and getting people's, and I got some people that are not happy with me for just telling the truth about the fact that we're not where we used to be. And frankly, it's not that we've gotten that much worse. It's a lot of other states have gone past us.
Yeah.
They've gotten more serious. They've got standards. They put in place assessments. And Jason Glass was involved in putting together a teacher compensation system in Colorado and Eagle County, Colorado, that rewarded teachers based on the achievement of their students. And we think that's kind of the way we go in the future.
Good luck with all that.
Yeah.
It's exciting.